How's everybody doing tonight? My name is Dynamite, Sushi Keisha Worlds, or Strong's Alpha Lead over 6-time Cursing, and I'm former World Intercontinental Speedrunning Champion. My mic stand will not bend just a little bit for me, thank you. Do I even lift, bro? Oh, excuse me. Okay. We're gonna hop right into it tonight. Because I'm having some confidence issues with this run. Oh, this boss fight does not want to play nice. Now my mic's just falling out of the mic stand. That's always good. We're off to a great start today. Goodbye music, load game audio. But just as a reminder, I'm always raising money for charity, and right now I am raising money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. You can find out more about them at stjude.org or use the charity command in your local chat window and donate with the donate command. If you're new to Twitch or YouTube chat, any kind of command is going to be exclamation point in the word you want to know more things about, so exclamation point and then charity or donate or incentives or merch or Ko-fi, K-O-F-I, however you're supposed to say that one. All those things will get you all the important links that you need. Where's my chat? There's my chat. Where is my notes? There are my notes. There's live split. I'm Sushi. That's controller. We are ready to go. 3, 2, 1, and go. This is Pokey%. We're going to be playing Pokey% today. This, much like Pajama%, the run that this is kind of split off of, based on, was one of those fun speedruns where you get to use some pre-made save files to do some glitching, and we're gonna start right from the jump here. As soon as we get past this unskippable cutscene, I'll be hitting this reset button, and we'll get right into our glitching shenanigans for the day. It is called Pokey% because we're going to be exploring an alternate timeline today. Normally, if we follow the Apple of Enlightenment's prophecy, 3 boys and a girl will set forth to defeat Gygus, Ness, Paula, Jeff, and Pooh. We are trading Ness away from this party, or in this case, we're trading Ame away out of the party. We're trading Ame away. We're getting rid of Ame, unfortunately. And we're bringing in good Pokey. Alpha Pokey. Pokey Prime, if you will. Before Pokey is turned evil by Gygus slash Damani Mani statue slash just being Pokey. We're going to do that by hitting this reset button and going right to this third save file. Set up here in Threed. Wow, 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 wow. Whatever, you can see the message said we're already at critical hit points and we're taking damage over time, so things are not looking too good. What I'm trying to do is get a game over right there as I'm turning around to step onto this bottom step. The stairs are very complicated in the world of Earthbound. When you step onto a staircase or you step off of a staircase, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. It's not a simple process, and one of the things that's happening is the game is moving you ever so slightly onto the staircase, but it's not really moving you ever so slightly, it's moving you to the exact position that the staircase starts on. Normally that is only a few pixels, but if you get a game over with the proper timing, the game gets stuck in the command where the next thing it has to do is move you onto that staircase. So you get the game over, you load in your speedrun file, and as soon as you get control, the game says, okay, well, we need to move you onto this staircase. So it yoinks Ness out of his bedroom before he can even change out of his pajamas, scoops him up, drops him off on that staircase in Threed. And now we have whisked ourselves forward quite a bit in the story. We're going to be introduced to Jeff, also known as Ame. We have multiple Ames in this universe. But we're going to be playing as Jeff. And we'll be playing Vanilla Earthbound for about, 2 minutes here. And then we'll be back to the shenanigans. Boom, 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 boom. That's our good buddy Tony. Boom, 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 boom. We got the key to the locker. So before the game will even let us set off on our adventure, it's going to make us stop in the locker room and pick up a couple of items. It doesn't want you to go outside completely unarmed. That would be bad. Oh, but the key is bent. My gosh. I fell for it again. The old bent key to the locker trick. Every single time. Yeah, come out for the second Xbox. It's okay, though. This is the lockpicking light. All of a sudden, I just heard the lockpicking lawyer's voice in my head. The bad key machine. Bad key machine is definitely voiced by the lockpicking lawyer. Ooh, boom. Alright, we are free, we are free. We've got our pop gun, we've got our Holmes hat, and we're gonna save the game. Yep, and in case you missed the stairs glitch the first time, don't worry, you're gonna see it a bunch, including right here again. It's gonna be slightly different though. We're not gonna go to 3. It's not gonna be that long walking around bit every time. Most of the time, we're gonna load the second file up and go to Summers instead, where I have exactly 1 hit point, not 9, just the 1, because I'm gonna get down here. You see, I got the game over on the staircase, but that was the difference. I got it on the staircase, not just as I'm stepping onto the staircase, right smack in the middle of the staircase. Because while you're walking on stairs, Something else that's going on in the background is the game is letting you walk through walls. Turns off your collision, whatever you would like to call it. You can walk through walls and go out of bounds. Because we haven't stepped off of the staircase yet. I'm going to turn here. You just can't see it because I have no party members with me. If I wander out here in the void long enough, we'll end up in the Onet drugstore. And now we can start replacing Nessa's role in the story. Somebody else has to venture forth. And we don't have Pokey yet. So just gonna take charge for the moment. Boom, boom. We got our trash burger, we got our town map. The town map's very important. And if you're wondering what in the world just happened that last trip, we're gonna repeat that same out of bounds trip, but it's gonna make a lot more sense now that I have the town map. First, I just gotta get a game over. I gotta get a game over. That means y'all gotta hit me. Y'all gotta hit me. Thank you. That's a split. That's a gold split. Let's go. Yep, save the game, reset. So why is the town map so important? The town map is super important because everything that exists in the world of Earthbound, every cave, every dungeon, every house, building, interior, all the malls, everything. The whole game exists on one big old map file. There really is no such thing as the void. Hold on a second. If you see the void, it's just because that the graphics for that part of the world map aren't loaded in. That's how it, it makes it look like there's really nothing out there, even though there almost always is. If you manage to leave the world map entirely, the game's probably just gonna crash on the spot. But if we head north here, and listen to the music, you can hear us changing areas. I'll wait for the meteorite to crash. If I open and close the town map, you see we're back in Nessa's house. And by opening and closing the town map, the game's going to check your position, say, okay, you're in Nessa's house, you're in Onet, you're wherever you happen to be when you open the map. Figure out what graphics it needs to load in and make the swap. Oops. So it turns the air quote, the void, into Nessa's house. Or the city, whatever it is you may be going to. The fun thing with that, it means that anywhere that is on the town map, we can go there as the bird flies by going out of bounds. The bad news is that if it's not on the town map, and at least half the game is not on the town map, probably a much higher number than that, but most of the game's not on the town map, so our options are a little bit limited. Where's my pop gun? Where's my pop gun? There it is. If we were to venture forward enough to get the sound stone, we could go literally anywhere in the game we wanted to by walking out of bounds. But that is a very long process, and it's just not worth it for speedrunning purposes. Because there are a certain number of checkpoints is the wrong word. A certain number of things. Wow, heat-seeking missile snake. There are a certain number of things we have to do, and sometimes in a certain order, or the game will just crash in the in the final boss fight. So by the time you account for all of that, being able to go literally anywhere in the game you want to is not as big a time saver as you think. Go away, snake. Wow, just to get replaced with another snake. You know what? Fine, just come here. I don't got time for all this mess. We're gonna lose our 15-second lead here. These encounters, and if you're wondering, yeah, you're not imagining it. When you play through Earthbound, there are not supposed to be random enemies popping up here and there on your first trip up the hill. It's supposed to be a nice, safe walk up the hill. The game controls enemy spawns. Random enemy spawns, I just say, not all enemy spawns. Random enemy spawns are controlled with a light switch to make a complicated process much simpler. And the game starts with that switch turned off, and watching the cutscene where we're introduced to Jeff and go to Winters turns the switch back on. As do certain other events. Don't stress it too much. At some point again, we're going to turn the light switch off and leave it off for quite a while. So we'll have a nice, safe run through the scariest parts of the run. Thank goodness. Because it's really going to save you a lot of time grinding. And it's going to be a super low level run for one character in particular. That's for sure. You might notice a couple of other things are working a little bit differently too when Ness is not in the party, even this early in. Ness's mom's supposed to follow him across the house, and she's still doing that. She's trying to go and walk behind Ness. The problem is that Ness isn't in the room, so she ends up running into the wall there and getting stuck. Excuse me. She does still make you change out of your jammies, which makes this an invalid run for Pajama Percent. That's much more than a cosmetic thing, though. Just talk about Pajama Percent a little bit. The short description for that category is you beat the game while Ness is still wearing his pajamas. You get to keep him in the party. He's just, in his PJs the whole time. But on top of being in his PJs and that being a funny little cosmetic thing, you can't get this phone call because you can only get this phone call after changing out of your jammies. So you never get your dad's phone number and can't save the game in most places. You can only save the game in, I think, what are lovely called PJ phones, pajama phones. But in certain locations where, say, Jeff calls his professor instead of calling Ness's dad, you can save the game there. Yeah. Shush and let me save. Yep, all done. Okay. There's a phone call. Told you we're gonna lose some of that time back. That's okay. Oop. Excuse me. Boom. It's another trip to Summers here. And this time we're headed to the Dusty Dunes Desert. We're going to take a shortcut to get there too. Boom, 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 boom. Dodge the door. Boom, 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 boom. That should be it. Hopefully I'm not standing on the door. Good. Then we load the map in on that shady shack there. That's the house in Onett that you can buy for a large sum of money. And it happens to be on the town map and share a graphics package with this shady shack here in the desert, which is not on the town map. So that's how we flip the assets to get where we want to go. See, because the... Ooh, get juked. No! Had to be present. Get juked again. Who was worried? Who was worried in that situation? Not me, that's for sure. These enemy spawns are concerning though. I'm just everything's spawning. Boom, 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 boom. Stop. Oh my gosh, I need to go southeast and I can't because everything's here. Sheesh. Complete and utter absurdity. All right, so we're here to pick up a couple of presents in the desert, most of which are going to be selling for cash. And I'm also here to get Sunstroke on my speedrun file. I'm kind of like how I have a damage over time effect on all of my glitchy files. I need Sunstroke on this file as well. But I haven't gotten it yet. That's some lousy RNG, unfortunately. Nothing we can't handle. We're gonna blow up this mole playing rough and take a little victory lap here. I do want to level up a little bit. Oh, wow. I got a food item to drop. That's nice. This gets to about level 9. Which is not going to be enough. I mean, we're still going to be extremely underleveled for what we're doing. But while we're waiting for Sunstroke to get here, I can talk a little bit about rolling hit points in Earthbound, because you can see in the bottom, you know, all the numbers are kind of individually spaced out there. When you take damage in combat, keep an eye on it. If you're new to Earthbound, keep an eye on it, because you'll notice that they tick down one by one rather than just take all your hit points away at once. They'll tick down one by one. So even though I have 49 hit points, this boss that's coming up will easily deal like 2 hits of 250 on me. Easy. Like 10 times my max hit points, which should result in a game over. But since these hit points tick down one by one, if I mash the text fast enough and get to Jeff's turn, I'll still get to fire off my multi-bottle rocket, and I'll get exactly 1 turn of offense in that situation, and the extra hit points ensure that I have enough time to mash quickly enough and get to my turn. And if it's enough damage to win the fight, then even though it's a tie, we'll end up winning. It'll give me back 1 hit point and a bunch of EXP and let me win the fight. This is ridiculous though. Look at this wait for the Sunstroke. Wanna womp 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 womp. And yet we're still pretty far ahead. There we go. And I think that's because in PB I do a little bit of extra shopping in my PB that I'm trying to take out of the run. Let's grab a calorie stick. Let's sell some of this information. Let's sell some of the stuff I don't need. Get rid of Holmes' hat. Get rid of Pop Gun at this point. We can sell Sun Guts Pill. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 healing items. I should probably buy 2 more. Alright. Now I gotta wait for one more thing, unfortunately. Since I'm not going on that shopping trip, that would normally let me bleed out some of my hit points. Now I'm just waiting to get down to, I think it's 9 hit points is my crit number now, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. I need to wait for critical hit points on my speedrun file, because we're adding a brand new glitch to the works here. We're going to be double stacking glitches on this next Out of Bounds trip. And really showing off just how widespread the Earthbound map is, but just showing off again, yeah, it really is all one big file. It's just all together, kind of all in one big, you know, area. And you're gonna see just how expansive that area can be. I've thought about rerouting this. One of the reroutes I was doing was to get Sunstroke here and then go back home to get the phone call from Ness's dad, but you can't save until you do that. So we gotta wait for the hit points to melt away. Reset, take a split there. And normally I'd be taking one more trip out of bounds here before doing what I'm doing now. To go do some shopping in Scaraba. I'd pick up some extra bottle rockets, and some spare gear. It takes about 2.5 minutes to do it. And it means I gotta change up my boss order a little bit, but it does make the run much, much more consistent. The route I'm taking now is far more aggressive, much more time efficient, but if we end up having to reset the whole thing in about 15 minutes, do not be surprised. And by reset, I mean, you know, if we end up beating the game over in about 15 minutes, don't be surprised. I'm only taking resets because I'm really shooting for PBs right now. So I will suffer no game overs to this first boss. None whatsoever. And we're just not quite there yet. See, the next part of the trick is not to get stuck on the ladder. Freaking D-pad. That's 20 minutes down the drain. Yeah, let's just reset it. Daggone it. I rolled through the up button on the D-pad. Where I lost chat now. Daggone it, man. I have to do all that over again and even get to the boss fight. Just clear my head for a second. This third baseman's quest for 400 average. I probably knew that somewhere in the back of my mind, but I was never gonna get there. Site of Ford's Field. Otis Wall Knights is the Pirates, something based on the first World Series ending home run. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that either. Great defensive shortstop and a Southern 2. Your giant travel checks. This. Okay. I think there's one more if it's 1600. Yeah. 2003 Sorial first baseman. Palmero didn't get in, but didn't he play first baseman for the Orioles? Eddie Murray. Should have made some tea. Okay. Once more into the breach. I'm grabbing my charging cable. Okay. That's gonna be the next thing. Is right in the middle of a stairs glitch, your controller will die. And the noise that will come out of my body then, if that's what costs me a PB, oh man, I would be one very sad panda. I'm still kind of a sad panda the way that last run ended. get it over, man. Just move on to the next run. This is Pokey% of Earthbound. This is kind of a spin-off of a more mainline category called Pajama%. And much like Pajama%, we're going to be making use of some pre-made save files to set up some glitches. First of which being, as soon as we get control of Ness, we're going to hit the reset button and work on getting rid of Ness. We don't need Ness in this speedrun. That's why it's called Pokey%. We're trading Ness out of the party and replacing him with Pokey. I'm going to load this third save file that's here in Threed. I'm going to get a text message here. Hey, yo, you're low on hit points. You're about to game over. And that is the point. I'm trying to get this game over in a very special situation. So I'm going to take a walk over here. Head down the stairs. And then when I turn around and step on the bottom stair, that's when I want to get my game over. We're going to be seeing a lot of versions of this stairs glitch. On this version, what I'm doing is getting the game over on that bottom step, because the game is doing a lot of things when you stand on a staircase. And one of the things it's doing is it's moving you onto the first stair of the staircase. And normally it only does that when you're literally standing next to the staircase, and it's just kind of it looks like it's trying to nudge you over so you're, you know, on the actual step, kind of locking you in. But if you get the game over there, it cuts the order of operation short. So you get the game over, you don't continue, you go back to the file select screen, and when you load in this case, our speedrun file, the game still thinks it needs to move you to that staircase. So it's going to scoop Pajama Ness up, throw him over there to the staircase in Threed. And now that we're in this cutscene, we're done with Ness. Ness is not going to join the party as a... he's not going to show up as an active party member again. We're going to see him show up very rarely throughout the run, just because his sprite's going to pop in and out in certain places. But he's not going to be an active party member, which is bad for us. We're leaving a lot of offense and defense on the table. We're leaving an entire turn out of the turn order off the table because we are adding Pokey. But we don't get control of Pokey. Pokey can't use items. Pokey can't. We can't choose Pokey's targets, which is okay because Pokey can't attack anyway. I think Pokey has two options for his turn that he flips between. He'll either waste a turn or he'll waste a turn with some slightly different flavor text, I think is what his battle script is. So we're leaving a lot of battle power off the table. The game will not let Jeff leave, or in this case let Ame leave, until we grab some of these items out of the locker room. So we got this little song and dance where we got our bad key machine finally, and now we can pop open these lockers. Also, I'm grabbing a couple of extra items here near the start to sell. Just to kind of talk about the route a little bit. The other thing that we're missing without Ness is Ness's ATM card. Ness is the one with all the money. He's the one with the big bank account. And Ness's dad deposits the money into Ness's bank account, not the party's bank account. So unfortunately, without the ATM card, we don't have access to that money. The only way we can make a withdrawal is to go see the cash... had a lisp tonight. The cash withdrawal person in Deep Darkness, who charges a 100% surge charge to do that. So if I want $1,000, I get $1,000 from the account, and then I have to pay the guy an extra 1,000. So we'll get access to exactly half of the money that we earn in this run through combat. That's when anytime there's a big ticket item that's not too far out of our way, we're gonna grab it, because money is really important and it's very scarce. We don't want to be grinding for money. It's just not effective. A little bit different version of the stairs glitch, and if you missed it here, we're going to see it in just a second. I know I was yapping away, but it lets us get out of bounds. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to turn here and walk through the void for a little bit, but there's really no such thing as the void, and we'll talk about it in a second. First things first, though, I need to head to the Onet drugstore and go grab a town map and a trash burger. Trash burger! Yeah, I was in, I had to get extra, I guess speech therapy is the right word, because I had a lisp as a kid. And sometimes, probably especially when I'm consuming the iced coffee and the caffeine, and talking too much, probably, it likes to creep back up on me. Please let me game over. Hit me again. Don't fall down. Hit me, hit me, hit me. Please stop missing. Hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me. Oh my goodness, please hit me. You gotta be kidding me. I was on track for like a 20-second time save there. We were gonna gold split again by even more. That would have been a huge time save. Oh my goodness. All right, let's just move on. So when we're using this summer save file again to bounce ourselves out of bounds, let me talk about how this version of stairs glitch works. And I'll load in a save file. We've got one hit point. The hit points don't really matter other than make sure you got enough time to get where you're going. And this time our game over is going to be in the middle of the staircase. See, not on the first step, not on the last step, just in the middle of the staircase. At that point, the game's already kind of repositioned us and so on and so forth. But while you're walking on stairs, the other thing it's doing is it's letting you walk through, the game is letting you walk through walls, or it turns off your contact detection. However you want to phrase it, it lets you walk through walls. And we get to keep that property when we load in our speedrun file. Now, it looks like we're walking through the void, but if you listen to the music, you can hear us changing areas. And after this song, there's a meteorite crashing. I'm going to open and close the file menu. I'm going to open and close the map. And now we've loaded in to Ness's house. The reason why it looks like there's a void, especially if you're like inside a building, it looks like there's void on all four sides of the room that I'm in. And there's nothing out there. But in reality, everything in Earthbound exists on one map file. Onet's kind of almost tucked away entirely in the top left corner, and all of the houses for Onet and some other places are like in the top right corner. So I could walk from Ness's house directly into Onet out of bounds, if that makes sense, rather than walking out the door. Because again, it's all one map file. I'm just trying to think through my combat here for a second. Yes, so when there's void out there, just know that there's something out there. It's not actually the void. And being able to walk out of bounds lets you pop around the map almost at will. Now, unfortunately, we are limited to what's on the town map. Because if it's not in the town app, I can't open and close the menu and make the game reload graphics. That's what it's doing. When I close the map, it checks where you are in the world and loads in the new tile set that it needs for wherever you are. That's why I was able to trade away the drugstore graphics for the house graphics. But as you'll see on, I think, not the next trip, but as you'll see pretty soon, we're not strictly limited to places that are on the town map as far as our out-of-bounds destinations. We can manipulate that a little bit. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. First, we got a couple of walls of text to get through here. Later that night. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. if you're familiar with Earthbound, you'll notice Ness's mom does not follow us across the house here. She's programmed to follow Ness as Ness walks from the left side of the screen to the right. So that's what she's doing. She's trying to walk over to Ness. Ness is just not here. Ness is at like position 00 or something. She's trying very hard to get there, but what she's actually doing off screen is walking into the wall. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, come on. And this cutscene's kind of important. This cutscene makes it an invalid pajama percent run. What the pajama percent speedrun category is, very simply, is to beat the game while Ness stays in his pajamas for the entire run. What that actually means is more so than just the cosmetic difference, which is fun. I mean, that's part of, to me, that's part of what makes it fun, is it's kind of goofy just staying in your PJs. But from a logistical standpoint, as far as like routing and your gameplay, it means you can't get this phone call from Ness's dad. This is where we get Ness's dad's phone number. Your dad's phone number, you know what I mean. This is where we get the phone number we need to be able to save the game at any phone in the game. Pajama percent doesn't get that, so it can only save at what are lovingly called PJ phones, pajama phones. Which is mainly just places like when we were in the Winter's Drug Store. I almost reset way too early. When you're in the Winter's Drug Store as Jeff doesn't call Ness's dad. Jeff will call his professor to save the game. So you can save at those phones in pajama percent. I missed the split. But other than that, you're very, very limited in where you can save the game in pajama percent, and that's what makes routing interesting for that category. You still get to take advantage of stairs glitches. You can still teleport yourself around the map and go out of bounds and things like that. But you have to plan your trips more carefully, just because you have fewer options available to you. To your advantage, though, in pajama percent, you get all of your party members, which we won't. I've already talked about in this run. I think it was this run. But not having Ness is a big deal. Woo! Alright, so I'm gonna open up the map in that shady room. It's gonna load up that beat up shack. That's that's the house that you can buy. It shares a tile set with this shady shack here in the desert, which is not on the town map. I don't know if you can hear me mashing this map button. So since we flipped the graphics that were loaded into memory, we were able to go from one place that is on the town map to some place that's not on the town map. So that's another way you can manipulate where you can go while you're out of bounds, is by using the town map in that way. We got super early sunstroke this time. Let's see if we can keep the good energy up by not getting into a fight here. All right, we're already off to a much faster start than last run. 18. So I needed sunstroke on the speedrun file because they're going to be stacking multiple stairs glitches on our next out of bounds trip. So I need a damage over time effect on my speedrun file. Oops. 8. 6. Come on, get off the cactus. Where's a item? And I'll probably heal again before this Mondamole fight. Ooh, the Mondamole fight. The mole playing rough fight. I keep calling him Mondamole. Mondamole's a boss in this game. But where's my mole? Where's my mole? Where is my 100% spawn chance mole? Oi, what was that about, buddy? All right, so we're down a healing item. No, but we got an extra one from something, didn't we? So we're probably fine. See, sometimes he wastes his first turn like that. Sometimes he doesn't. But I need to make sure I was at full health. to take advantage of rolling hit points. You'll notice when I take damage in combat, if you're new to Earthbound, and I actually get into my next fight, watch my hit points when I take damage, and you'll notice that they tick down one by one by one. I don't take all of my damage all at once, which is something that's unique to the Earthbound series. It also means, for speedrunning purposes, you can kind of save on leveling up a little bit because you can cheat death quite a bit. Like our first boss fight, I am very easily going to take 500 points of damage in one turn. And even now, after leveling up a little bit, I've got, what, maybe 50 max hit points. Triple my healing items first. Hold on a second. Let me count in my head. 2. Now I'll finish my thought. It's 3, 4. Wait, I don't think I count it right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I better pick up 2 more. I feel like I somehow am short healing items, but we'll be okay. Now I gotta wait for critical hit points anyway. But yeah, when you take big damage, even if it's fail damage, it'll tick off one by one. It'll tick off very quickly, but it will tick off one by one. So if I use a very big attack that deals a ton of damage and I take fatal damage before my turn, if I'm mashing through text quickly enough, I will probably still get to my turn and get my big attack off, even though I'm actively bleeding out, basically. So it's possible and highly encouraged for speedrunning purposes to finish your fights with exactly 0 hit points. Because if you win, it'll give you the 1 free hit point to let you win the fight and probably level up in our case. It really does let you get away with a lot less leveling. For like a full game category, like a glitchless run, I'm not really sure how much time it saves you in leveling. I imagine it must be a lot because this is a pretty tough game, all things considered. Combat can be really, really mean and unforgiving. There's our save, there's our reset. But just to know exactly what we're talking about here, for the final fight, for the Gygas fight, our most important party member is going to be level 1. It's gonna be fine. And our 2 leveled up party members will be able to take 2 hits. The 3rd hit will knock them out. It's gonna be fine. We'll make it work. Don't worry about it. Gonna get this game over on the bottom step again. I hope I'm not moving too fast. I was moving too slow even. That's okay. We'll reset that. And as much as I want to just reset it, I know, like, even in a live event, I'm probably gonna drop at least one of these. I also missed the split again. Womp, 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 womp. Alright, let me try that one more time. Let me focus for a minute here. Much better. Looked a little fast, but we should be good. You see, I was like on the 2nd step, but I think we'll be okay. So now we're gonna load in our speedrun file, and we should move over to that staircase in 3'd. Get up to the ladder here, turn around, and I got my my critical HP text as I'm stepping out on the 1st step. Gonna heal. All hail Master Pokey, yes! And getting the text box as you're standing under the staircase. The short version is it lets you get out of bounds. There is a more complicated explanation. I should probably go and understand a little bit better. But as I said, there's a lot going on in this game when you step onto a staircase. It's trying to move you over. It does lock you onto a railway because it only lets you move like left and right on those staircases. It's letting you walk through walls. There's just a lot going on there. So getting a text box or getting a game over when you're interacting with stairs really throws the game for a loop. And now we're in Dungeon Man. I didn't get to talk because I was yapping about everything else, but yeah. So that tiny little room that we started out in obviously doesn't need a whole lot of graphics. So the tile set there shares a place in memory with the graphics set for Dungeon Man. So even though they're nowhere near each other, not anywhere near each other in game progression, not anywhere near each other on the world map even, as long as I don't touch the map button and leave that little bitty room there in 3 loaded into memory, you can walk all the way to Dungeon Man, hop on the submarine, and make your way to Deep Darkness. On Pajama Percent, this is where things would start to get nice and spicy, because Deep Darkness is a scary place. You're moving through the swamp for pretty much your entire trip, so you move very, very slowly, and you're spamming the teleport button a lot to give yourself some extra movement speed. You have to avoid combat because you're just going to be underleveled. You're just going to get kicked in the teeth. And I'm one person. I don't even have my full party here like Pajama Percent would. So yeah, I gotta be extra careful too. We're gonna take a full heal here, and we're gonna take a nap. So we can fix that broken spray can for money too. But I have the advantage of phone numbers. I can use the phone here to save the game. So we're going to be skipping Deep Darkness. I just need to make a quick shopping trip first. Boom, boom, boom. Whoop. All right, let's sell that talisman ribbon. Let's sell the fence spray. Multi-bottle rocket. And super bomb. And another super bomb. And I don't need to wait for critical hit points yet. We have one more save we need to take first. First, I need to skip the Deep Darkness. Head back over here. Now, the drawback to being able to skip Deep Darkness is I don't get to pick up any items in Deep Darkness. There are a ton of big ticket items in Deep Darkness. There's at least one res item. There's some nice healing items here. It'd be really nice to pick up even one of these items. And since we're skipping the whole thing, we're not going to be able to do that. Like I said, the money routing in this category is very tight. You don't have a lot of extra to work with. And this is part of the reason why too. But it's worth it. Deep Darkness is no joke. I don't want to mess with it. This is a huge wall of text getting us caught up on the story with Apple Kid and Orange Kid. And if we are less than successful in this first boss fight, I don't want to have to go through this text wall twice. I'm gonna get this now. We're gonna take a safety save. We're not going out of bounds again. We're just gonna save the game to save the game. And now we're on our first boss fight finally. Boom, 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 boom. All right, 25. I gotta watch my hit points. And hopefully no enemy spawns. I was gonna say, hopefully no enemy spawns. Alright. 3, 1, 19. No. That's so unfortunate. What am I at? 15. I have the extra healing items. It's just an annoyance. 9. I don't even want to risk it. And again, because I'm taking advantage of rolling hit points, especially for this fight, even though I'll probably be pretty healthy when I get to the boss, I'm gonna heal. Even if I didn't have to backtrack and I was like 2 hit points less than max, I'm gonna heal. That might be the difference. Where's a calorie stick? All right. Knock, knock, knock on wood. Nope, see, I'm toast. But you see, my hit points are taken down one by one. I get to my turn. Please give me the damage roll I need. That was not the damage roll I needed. And we die anyway. That's why I want to get that wall of text out the way. I meant to pick that up too before saving, but that's okay. Much quicker trip through the muck here for our reset. Also, you can see it's aptly named Deep Darkness. You're meant to use an item called the Hawkeye here, so you can actually see where you're going. This is not what Deep Darkness is supposed to look like, because it just didn't talk about that fact at all. All of these patches of void, air quote, are meant to be filled in. That armored fish is just not about it today. And I guess I'm just not going far enough north, which is frustrating because I'm going pretty far north. Oh my goodness. He's just not about it today. Boom, I need to heal. All right, round 2. Again, so knock me out in the first turn. You just can't give me any leeway whatsoever, can you, big guy? There's our damage roll. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'm also changing my split time. That's a bit of a fake gold split. It is a big time save because it's second try. But I usually split after I level up. But I split after level up on this split. I split after the cutscene on the third boss fight. I split after the wall of text in Magicant. So I'm changing because I always forget what the heck I'm supposed to do. I'm just gonna split when the boss goes down from now on. But yeah, huge wall of text here. And one boss fight out of the way. You got 1, 2, 3 more bosses left, and then we get to the Gygas fight. So very precise run. Just very... Only the things that are essential to making the game not soft lock in the Gygas fight. Because technically speaking, you can go straight to the Gygas fight from the start of the game. You can. You can get the Soundstone, go out of bounds, use the Soundstone, skip right to the Gygas fight. And even if you were to survive the fight long enough to get to the 3rd round of the fight, it doesn't matter because the game's going to soft lock on you during the cutscenes for your prayer sequences. We're getting way ahead of ourselves there. I need to do some shopping. I've got to sell this Death Ray for one. And I have to go hit the ATM. You can see just how slowly you move through the muck here. Just again, remember, we'd have to do the entire sequence, almost the entire Deep Darkness at that speed in pretty much every other category. Unless you use the teleport spell to give you some extra movement speed. But I'm trying to bleed out some of Jeff's hit points here, which is why we're walking and dodging these enemies. I'm not really losing time here because I have to get the critical hit points. We'd have to wait anyway. At some point, I would like a clear path to our favorite NPC of the run. I'm a cash dispenser man. This is what I was talking about. We get access to exactly half of our money. I got 3,600 in Nessa's bank account. I'm gonna withdraw 1,805. I get 1,805. I pay the cash dispenser man 1,805. I get half of the money I earn in combat in this run. Yeah, I didn't mean to hit the button again there, buddy. Womp, 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 womp. I got worried for a second because I forgot I had to go to the ATM first. I was like, I am way short on cash. Where is all of my money? Why can I not afford a multi-bottle rocket? I was legitimately worried for a second. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we've got one more trip through Threed to get out of bounds with our multi-power, multi-level 3-part plus ultra stairs glitch to get to our next boss fight, and then it's gonna be the simple stairs glitch, simple easy stairs glitch for the rest of the run. Just gonna wait for Jeff's last few hit points to link off here. There we go. Spent every last dollar we had in the bank. Womp. Almost looked at the wrong save file, and then it would have been pretty silly. And it would have felt pretty silly. I also got rid of nests from all of the glitch save files on this one. That's why stream was a little bit later than I thought, because I had to go reset everybody's hit points. And then funny enough, the number of people in your party when you load your save affects your RNG, because I got rid of Ness in the party, and then the NPC movement that I have muscle memory for dodging NPCs when I load in didn't work anymore, and it took me a second to figure out why. go. And now we're done. We can heal Sunstroke. We can heal Jeff. As long as I don't hit map, we're good to go. We're gonna move. We're really gonna change directions here. Are we here to shopping music? I'm gonna move with the boops. Woodle, 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 woodle. That's what I meant, the woodle woodles. Then the hospital theme, we're gonna do the same thing. Bump, 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 bump. If we keep moving north, we should be lined up almost exactly with the door, hopefully. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that. I was trying to adjust my thumb. And I'm not worried about the time loss. Like I said, I'm changing when I'm hitting split. There we go. There's the door. I missed it. I walked right through the door. Make sure I put my multi-ball rock on the right person. Yep, okay. Multi-bottle rocket out. Super bomb out. Mash, mash, mash. Oh, we got lucky. We didn't take any damage in first turn. Which is good because we got some miserable damage rolls. Just truly awful damage rolls. Yeah, it's a split. Alright, so we gotta get our... Let's see what our operations here. Because I don't think my splits are in the order I meant for them to be in. Give me a second to talk through the next part of the run. I need to go get the book of Overcoming Shyness. I need to get the Franklin badge, and then we head to Tenda Village. And I think I said that in the right order. We're gonna teleport to Annette, grab the book of Shyness. Actually, I guess we could head to Winters. And I need to go shopping. All right, we got a lot of things we gotta do on this split. The route's a little bit different than what my PB and my splits are showing. That's why I'm talking myself through it a little bit. I need the Mr. Saturn to move out of my way. I need somebody to move. Y'all, I need to get through. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Let me through. I need to go pick up some multi-bottle rockets. I've got to go to Deep Darkness anyway. I'm going to be stuck teleporting. Oh, wow. That's mouse kind of blocked me. Hey now. Alright, let's do our shopping first, or I'm gonna forget. And that'll be embarrassing when I don't have any ammo for my next boss fight. See, now that I'm not waiting for hit points to go away, I can do this. I can do this even. See how much faster you move through when you're teleporting through. Same thing on the way back. Crashed right into him. That was perfect. Picture perfect. Let's go. Multi-bottle rocket for Jeff. That's for Lumen Hall. Rocket for Jeff. That would be for Nessa's Nightmare, theoretically. Yeah. Don't have enough for another multi-bottle rocket, but I can get some smaller super bombs here. nothing else to sell, right? I didn't forget to sell like a... Nope, we're good. Alright, so everything else is going into Skip Sandwich Deluxes. Report, beta, because I don't want to run it in a mold. Make them skip sandwiches. We're gonna try to be fancy here. I'm gonna try to be fancy here. See if we can do something kind of fun. With this ship out of bounds, let me save. Let me reset. Let me pull up this Earthbound map in the background here. Let's try and do this the cool and fancy way. I think it is technically... I think I timed out to be technically a smidge slower than the way I usually do it, but it's a lot more fun to do it this way. So when I load into the Winter's Drugstore, instead of going northeast, I'm gonna go northwest. We should end up in the drugstore in Happy Village, which is kind of our next destination, but not yet. I want to go to the library in Onat. I think we're a little bit off here. That's right, I'll just use the... Yeah, I went up too far. The music didn't help me out there whatsoever, but there's our Book of Overcoming Shyness. Oh, there's our... Seriously? There it is. My goodness. I tried to be fancy. Normally you can just teleport to Onat and walk into the library normally and grab it. You don't have to be all fancy like I was trying to be. Oh my goodness, now I'm lost. There we go. So now we're in Happy Village, and we're gonna go see Paula finally. She hasn't joined the party yet, so she's still level 1. It's about time we go to rescue her, and that means we gotta talk to her to get the Franklin badge, and then we go and fight Car Painter, defeat the Happiest, and then we come back and save her. But we're not gonna do like half of those things I just mentioned. No, you don't. Don't even kid yourselves with that. What in the world was that? It's because I don't have popcorn equipped, probably. Because I have to sell it. I mean, I can't hold on to it for this long. So when we come inside to get the cutscene here, the wall attacks, and we get our Franklin badge, Pokey is now... Evil Pokey shows up outside, waiting to fight us. The game really wants us to fight him. It's just not expecting us to be able to teleport away. Now, A, I picked the wrong teleport destination, so I'm gonna lose a little time there, but B, because we've teleported away, obviously we've skipped the Pokey fight. The game has turned off the switch that deals damage over time effects and also makes random enemies spawn. Remember we were talking about that switch at the very start of the run? The game turns it off there, so there's no way for you to possibly in any way get into a game over and skip that fight against Pokey. We've just skipped the fight against Pokey. So the switch is turned off, and we can continue for most of the rest of the run without having to worry about any enemy encounters. Nothing's gonna randomly spawn. And you'll notice why I keep emphasizing that. We'll get to that a little bit later. Let's skip a split. I'm gonna skip this split too, and we'll get caught up here. Now we can pick the player name, the person holding the controller. powerful I am. So show everyone. Thank you, thank you. This talking rock is telling us how important it is that we talk to the other talking rock coming up ahead. They have a very important message for us. It's extremely important we talk to this talking rock up ahead. It is a load-bearing plot device talking to the rock. Thanks for talking to me. That's not the right rock, but it's good luck to talk to that rock. I know, we're already 6 eggs behind. That's not because of the shenanigans with the drugstore. That's because I've changed when I'm splitting all of my splits. So I have no idea what kind of pace I'm on right now whatsoever. Isn't it always the best? This is the Earth's belly button, by the way, right there. Yeah, I have no idea what pace I'm on. Hello? Doka takes it. That means I need to free up some inventory space on Ame here before we grab this next present. Yeah, I need to free up some inventory space. I can get rid of this big bottle rocket finally. This rabbit's foot's going to make our multi-bottle rockets a lot more, much more consistent by increasing our speed stat. They're probably like actually a little under a minute ahead in reality. Nice damage roll. Should have held on to the multi-bottle rocket. That's okay. The boss spawns with a PK shield. That's why I can't use like PK freeze here. What should I have gotten rid of? I think I'm up a healing item I didn't mean to be. I should have just healed. I forgot to pick up skip sandwiches. That's okay, we can use them later. It doesn't really matter when you pick them up as long as you get the maximum use out of them, so we'll just grab them later. Yeah, I normally split for that last split. I usually split it at the cutscene up here. It's a pretty big difference. Like I said, we're all over the place with the times right now. So what's left on the to-do list, you might ask? We have to fight Ness's Nightmare and Magic Ant in order to get all the NPCs where they need to be to get us access to the end of the game. We have to go to Annette to get the piece of meteorite. And then we can go back in the past and fight Gygas. Not the next thing we're gonna see, but the next kind of important part of the run, if you will, is going to be that trip through Magic Ant. And even Pajama Percent avoids most of the danger there. So if you're a fan of Earthbound, you're like, wow, Magic Ant totally kicked my butt. I wasn't ready for it. The first trip through was awful. You're going to see how different it's going to look here. If you're not familiar with it, it's a part of the game where you're meant to play through with just one party member, only one member in your party. And I don't want to talk too much about it. I don't want to spoil too much of the plot, but it's a solo part of the game and you get no forewarning that it's coming. So if all of your good stuff's on the other characters, you could be in trouble. Also, yeah, something that should be addressed before we get too far into Magic Ant. Lost Underworld, you're meant to be fighting literal dinosaurs. In order to represent that size difference, it gives all of your main party members, that was awful, it gives all your main party members shrunken down sprites. Pokey doesn't have that on his sprite sheet, so he remains normal sized, which means right now he's literally dinosaur sized. And since he still deals no damage in the party, it doesn't matter. It doesn't deal any damage in combat, I should say. It really doesn't matter, unfortunately, because we could use a dino-sized DPS in our party. That's for sure. Grab this present. And I've got my second multi-bottle rocket. I think I've got a super bomb. I think we're good to go to Winters and go straight to Magic Camp. I could go shopping here. A shopping trip would not be uncalled for, but we're gonna try to save the time and risk it for the biscuit a little bit. We're done. Boom, 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 boo, doo, boom. Skip sandwiches, obviously, as you can see, make you move faster. If you're wondering why I'm out by these second ones, because we're about to save and go out of bounds again. So the first thing you'll notice is instead of going to Magicant or the normal plot-related devices, we're just going to walk right into Mordor here. We're going to go out of bounds and walk right into Magicant. It means that on pretty much every other category, we'll be bringing a full party into Magicant, which means 4 times the combat power, you know, more or less. You get to bring your full party along, your full set of inventory, all your healing items, all your DPS, everything goes with you. That alone makes Magicant a lot less scary. Normally Magicant is swarming with enemies, and even in like early Pajama Percent runs, I'd have to have a little sticky note somewhere saying, okay, if you run into this enemy group, you use this crowd control is not the word I was looking for. That's the MMO term. Use like this ability and then you try to run, because you don't want to sit there and fight. In the speed run, like a glitchless speed run, I'm sure it's the same thing. You're trying to just get out of there as fast as you can. You don't actually want to fight anything. Magicant is scary, dangerous. And in a glitchless speed run, you're there solo. So no, there's no way you're fighting your way through it. You're probably not even able to despawn enemies, because you can see just how crowded the corridors are. You just don't have a lot of space to run around in. But no, not us. We've glitched out the cutscene with Pokey. There are no enemies here. Nothing. It's just peaceful. The relaxing music in the background, such as it is. The cute sound effects of our footsteps. A nice relaxing purple water. It's nice. Peaceful. Not a care in the world for this part of the run. And now we're in the Sea of Eden. And this is why I've been saying the whole time, we have disabled random enemy spawns. The Krakens that spawn here in the Sea of Eden are not random. They are always here. So they're here now, because they're not random enemy spawns. They're just gonna be here no matter what you do. So I need to on this multi-bottle rocket, but I've got no super bombs. I have nothing, so we're really winging it here. Sorry, some shit on me out though. The one thing Pokey can do is what he just did, and that's take a hit that he's not otherwise active party member would have to take. Did I not put any super bombs on? I should have gone shopping. I did not do good math somewhere. Sorry, we'll make it work. Ow. I have a res for that. Oh, but I'm also out of high points. Ow. Oh my gosh! Nope, we're gonna be dead here. We're gonna kill the run. In Magic Can't. How was I short a bomb? Alright, hold on. That stinks. But that's okay, because we had the death early in the run anyway. So we had some free time to save, and I'm trying not to get that kind of a run right now. What happened? Why was I short a bomb? I know I dropped the one bomb, but even after that, I was short a bomb. Did I miss an item? Did I miss selling an item? I'd be at, well, we'll say $362 if I didn't buy the skip sandwiches. Did I miss selling something? Casey Bat doesn't sell for anything. I need the life noodles. I need the horn of life. Sea pendant I need. Where was I short cash? Why am I short cash, rather? I think I just have to go shopping again. Either I have to go shopping again, or you know what I think I routed in that I had forgotten is a way back after the first boss fight. That's right, I was gonna go pick up souvenir coin, and that would get me some, but no, because then I still wouldn't have anything for a second Kraken. I don't have anything in the bank, do I? No, I think I would. I'd have to have something in the bank. No, because I went shopping first. There shouldn't be anything in the bank. What the heck happened with my cash? No, I'd have to go shopping again after Lumen Hall. And I'm trying not to go shopping too many times. I do have cash in the bank. Yeah. And that would have been the money I needed. But I don't want to make the extra trip. I want to cut it out of the run and save the time. I goofed up somewhere along the way. What could I have done different with my shopping trips? Because something where I bet I got rid of the, because I said I don't need them. I've updated my notes, and I bet I got rid of the notes I want to look at right now. Let me go through the run. Start a run, go to the desert, pick up your items in the desert. First trip to the deep darkness, you do your shopping trip there. That gets you one multi-bottle rocket for your first boss fight. You have to teleport out of there. You have to go shopping there because you're out of multi-bottle rockets. You need one for Starman DX. That's your second shopping trip. Fight Starman DX. Run around for the book. Run around for Franklin Badge. Your next destination's Lumen Hall. And you only have Starman DX budget. So that's going to be your Saturn ribbon. That's going to be your pixie brace, your pixie earrings. It's going to be whatever you get from Starman DX. Starman DX, Earthbound. Starman Deluxe drops $38.27 in cash. We also get, where's the items located here? A Pixie's bracelet for $7.95 and a Saturn ribbon. So with just that cash, and I guess whatever change you have left over from earlier, with just that cash, you have 38.27 divided by 2, 38.27 divided by 2, 1913 minus 132, boom, boom, 2 multi-bottle rockets. Yeah, and you only have enough for 1 super bomb. So you have to go shopping again before Magic can't. I just need more super bombs here. I didn't have anything on me. No. I could sell the life moves of the Horn of Life and then pick up an extra at the end of the run. And that would have gotten me a couple of extra super bombs for the Kraken. But I think I just have to take the extra shopping trip if I use this route. Or I have to get that souvenir coin. Is probably what I need to do. Because again, we're waiting for hit points to... I probably just need to get this souvenir coin. We have time for another run. I'm just talking through it now. So that would mean... Come on now. After your boss fight... Can I get over there, please? But he would have teleport. You gotta remember that too. You do have teleport for this. Since you have to wait for your hit points to disappear anyway, you take advantage of the time on the clock, as it were, where you're kind of stuck. And instead of going back right away, we have to navigate through the darkness this way. You can see the kind of navigating we'll be doing. Totally fly by night here. Again, there would be enemies here when we do this, but that's a pretty free teleport. You you'd have to get over here to this present. Then I don't think you can teleport here, but let me try. Let me goof around with it since we're not on the clock right now. No, I don't think there's any chance. There's enough room here. Not even remotely. Maybe up here? This might work. And I don't think anything spawns in this particular section. Oh, really? That was the wrong teleport, but I just need to see if it's successful or not. Yeah, that would have gotten us out. And that will give you the extra cash we needed. Okay. All right. Yeah, if we're gonna take the super aggressive start of the run, we have to back it up and go all the way with it. We have to bother to go and get that souvenir coin we otherwise would never bother with, because it's gonna save us an entire trip. I'm trying to say shave us like 3 times. It's gonna save us an entire trip back to Deep Darkness just to go shopping before Magic Hand. And it doesn't waste time because you're waiting for your hit points to disappear anyway. Okay, we gotta have to back up the aggressive play early with aggressive follow-up, because it's not a safe trip. There's gonna be enemies there. Oh, here's a question. Do I want to do another run? To do another run now. I just want to sleep on it. Let me check my randomizers real quick. Nope, nothing new here. Here. So we're still caught up on my async randomizers. I still need to finish building. You know what? I should probably finish building my D&D character and get back to this fresh tomorrow. Oh, what do I want to do? Do I want to do a run or not? I probably should. I'm just in a bad mood. I probably should. No, I'm not going to. A, because I can hear my voice going. First off. Secondly, if I do another run and it still doesn't go well, I'm gonna be very frustrated. I don't want to get too salty because then it's going to affect me tomorrow. No, we'll get to it fresh tomorrow. When is deadline anyway? I think it's the end of the week. I'm so glad it's right here on the front page. Thank you. Do the 6th. Yep, we have till Friday. Okay. And I have a run. I have my new PB is a good run. I could submit that. I'm not against submitting that. I just like to get a good run with the more efficient route to submit that. Too. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Yeah. Let's call it a night. I'll get some tea. I'll clear my head. I'll finish making my D&D, leveling up my D&D character, which I need to do. I need to figure out what freaking feat I'm gonna take. I'm coming tomorrow, knowing we're gonna hit the ground running and go right into this run. Because again, that first boss fight, it's like a 25% chance you get it on the first try anyway. So there's a better than chance, pretty good chance I restart this run and we failed the first boss fight anyway, and then I have nothing to show for my effort tonight. So we'll get started early tomorrow. As early as we can tomorrow. So until then, everybody stay safe, have fun taking yourselves saying each other. We're gonna be playing more Earthbound tomorrow. And if I ever get a good run of this, we'll also get some Link's Awakening done this week as well. Until then, everybody, Oya Sushi Nasai.